when I pump up this musical block and the shots go firing. No lying, man, I run this shit. Life a movie, man, I run my script. Similar to hustlers that run they strip. I shouldn't say similar, cause similar is equal. I ain't similar to niggas, they ain't nothing like this.
Good.
Awesome. Hey, thank you for taking the time to interview with us today. Appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Not a problem. It's my pleasure.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's get started then. First, for the fans that might not be too familiar with you, you want to just tell us a little about yourself? Who is YONAS?
Yeah. Well, I'm a recording artist from New York City, and I started doing this music thing about 4 or 5 years ago, seriously, and since then it's just been album upon album, releasing a lot of free music, and trying to get out on the road as much as possible. So that's pretty much who I am. I try to carry a positive message, separate myself a little bit from today's music industry, and that's it.
All right, sweet. You just mentioned you were introduced to music pretty early in your life. What are your earliest memories with music, and anything that like really stands out to you?
It's the earliest memory I have is playing the violin. My mom actually forced me to play at first by signing me up for violin classes at my elementary school. I was about 5 years old, and then after a while, when I started to really appreciate music, I actually enjoyed it. And but violin and learning just about like percussive instruments like that, it's like my first real experience with music.
Awesome. All right. Originally, you went by the name Cause.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind that name, and when and why did you switch up to YONAS?
Well, Cause was a name that was actually given to me by a friend of mine who's also an MC, someone who has experienced, not he hasn't experienced as much success, but was somebody that I was fond of, just when I started getting into hip hop, and we used to have ciphers where we would freestyle and all that stuff, and so he said anytime that I would freestyle, it sounded like I was speaking for a cause, because I always had meaning to the things that I was saying, and I wasn't just saying random stuff. So it's kind of just stuck. They call me Cause, and it kind of just stuck with me. And then, fast forward a couple years when I started to take music seriously and start to actually put out albums, I just wanted people to identify with me, for who I am. And so I switched over to YONAS, which is my real name. And ever since then, I just been going by my real name.
You also use it as an acronym sometimes.
Yeah.
You obviously need a savior.
Yep.
When did you come up with that? Can you explain that a little bit?
Actually, a fan came up with that.
Oh, really?
I saw it on one of the YouTube videos, and we just ran with it. It just made so much sense, and I'm all about that. I let the supporters kind of dictate where the movement goes, because just as much as it's my career, it's also their career as well.
That's cool. All right, yeah. All right, your music obviously is very, very uplifting, and you're able to take like negative situations and circumstances, and you find the true beauty and the meaning, the reasoning behind why that situation is even taking place. Why do you think you're able to see like the positive in what most people just look at as a crappy negative situation?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's something my mom kind of taught me to do, and just something that life lessons have kind of taught me to do. And I just figured that it's a lot more beneficial to be positive about something than to be negative about it. And so if I could be some sort of a positive influence to somebody else, then I'm actually doing something right. And so for me, it may not always be the easiest thing to see the positive in it, but I sort of force myself to do it so that I could be of help to anybody else that might be going through the same situation, and just so that I could continue to live my life.
All right. Do you think, I guess, in light of the recent situation with Rick Ross and his date rape line, do you think artists should take more responsibility for the?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Awesome.
I challenge people like Rick Ross to actually say things that are educated, and to actually, know, there's ways of making songs catchy without having to put that type of a lyric in your music. You know what I mean? And so that's always a poor excuse, for artists to kind of not take responsibility. And so for me, I challenge artists like that to actually come up with creative music without having to, stoop to that level. And so, that's what hopefully my career will do. And if there's an opportunity for me to kind of intelligently call any other artist out, I won't hesitate to do that.
Sweet. All right. You do you hope to someday? I don't know. I don't really know what your deal is with as far as your production goes.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a more hands-on role in that, or are you happy just focusing on writing the lyrics?
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely want to do more production, but I have so much respect for people that have taken years and years to learn that craft. That I think it'll be a little while before I actually get into producing the instrumentation. But for now, what I do is I basically, go into a studio session if I'm working with a producer, and I try to work with them to create the production. And that's as far as my production goes so far. But I definitely want to, bang on the drum machines a little bit in the future.
Awesome. All right. Your music videos, as far as views on YouTube, have been doing awesome lately. Pumped Up Kicks is now over 3.5 million. I know Fallback is it's broken 1 million views now. So a lot of that, it speaks volumes for the power of the internet. Obviously, the internet's changed the music industry. What do you think is going to be that next big step that causes the consumption and the spread of music to once again evolve?
I think it's just content. It's like you can try and plan a hit record, or you could try to plan for success, and then that could be the worst album. And then you can not plan for success and not plan for a hit, and that become the best album ever. So it's tough, man. And I think, the key for anyone, including myself, is just to continue doing what you love. And, I feel like if you do it enough and if you work hard enough at it, that you're going to see the success that, it's coming your way. So I really couldn't plan it out. But all I can say is that I'm going to be producing a lot more content and putting out a lot more music videos. And hopefully one of them will really catch. And when that time comes, it's just going to be the right moment.
All right, and Fallback now is in the movie.
Yeah.
I can't think what it's called right now, but
The Place Beyond the Pines.
all right, there you go, with Ryan Gosling and
Bradley Cooper.
There you go.
Mendez.
How'd that come about? How'd that happen?
That was just off of them seeing the music video and seeing the popularity of the record on its own. And I guess one of the music supervisors liked the record and asked me if it was 100% original. I said yes, and from there they just put it in the movie, and then now it's there, and the movie's been doing really well. A lot of people said that they really enjoyed the movie, so and the song actually got a pretty big part in the movie, so I'm fucking excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right, you released the Black Canvas in February.
Yep.
Have you been happy with the fans and the critics' reaction of it?
Yeah. I've been really excited for it. It's an EP, so I didn't really want to. I just wanted the music to kind of speak for itself, and so we haven't done any videos for it just yet. I think there's a lot of power in just music standing alone sometimes. You didn't see a music video for every Frank Sinatra song, and as well as all the other classic material that's out there. The music kind of speaks for itself. So we haven't done any videos yet. We might do a couple just because the fans have really expressed wanting to see some visuals. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. As long as the fans are happy with it, which it seems they were, I'm totally ecstatic.
All right. I know a lot of your, most of your projects have they mean something to you. The Proven Theory was theories you've tried, and so you were the Proven Theory.
Right.
At this point in your life and career, what did the Black Canvas represent for you?
For me, it was like the oddball out. You know, just like the black sheep. You know, it's somebody that kind of stands out from the crowd. And I feel like this EP, stands out from, you know, the stuff that my peers are putting out. And so that's why I call it the black canvas. I felt like it really stood out. And, you know, in a world where the typical canvas is like a white canvas that's blank and you just paint all the colors, this kind of canvas starts at a disadvantage because it's black. So it's already got this moodiness to it. And I also felt like that's like another part of the meaning is that, you know, it's coming from starting from struggle, starting from being a black canvas, and you got to find a way to make it look like a bright situation. So again, it kind of falls into the line with like turning negative into positive. And so that's what it means to me, that record.
Do you have a favorite track off the project?
Favorite track would probably be There or the Black Canvas, which is the title track. Either one of
them is my favorite.
Dope.
All right. I know recently you opened for Juicy J.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you? And are there any artists, you know, mainstream artists right now that you know really like the chance to open up for or perform with?
That was a ratchet situation. Juicy J is a trippy dude, and you know it was cool though. It was cool because it was in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I have a lot of supporters out there, so it was good to get out to Knoxville. I think we definitely have different. We steer in different lanes, so it was interesting to see, you know, my set come together with his, and I think it was good though. I think it's good. I think it's good when you pair different music like that and different styles. Another person I just opened for is Macklemore, which is really cool. I think our styles are very similar, so I think it was even that much better of an experience to open up for him because, you know, the crowd, you know, finds similarities in both of our styles, and so it was cool. The energy was it was dope, and I guess, you know, people that I want to open up for would be people along that same style, like, you know, doing the Macklemore thing, like a Kanye once did. And people, you know, other artists that good music. So just stuff like that would be cool to keep working with people like that, like Kid Cudi and all those folks, to keep it real.
All right. Speaking of Macklemore, it's interesting with him. Like, you know, 99% of his songs have real substance and meaning.
Right.
But because of a song like Thrift Shop, the one that got popular, got on the radio, a lot of people label him pop. You know, pop music rap. And
right.
I think, you know, a lot of times that same sentiment is directed at your music.
Right.
Despite the fact that pop means popular.
Right.
What is your opinion on that? And why do you think people are so quick to dismiss a song, even a song like Thrift Shop, that it may not be his most
right
whatever song, but it still has, you know, there's something there still to it.
I think it's because 99%. Well, I won't go that far as to put a percentage on it, but I just think that you need something that everyone can enjoy to become pop, because popular doesn't just include underground hip hop. It includes people that probably for the most part, only listen to country music, or people for the most part that only listen to alternative rock. There needs to be something that's so universal that you can capture people's ears from all those different places that normally wouldn't listen to your genre of music. So I think a song like Thrift Shop is, you know, succeeded because it's the type of song and it has the type of energy that could reach just about anybody. I don't even think it has anything to do with the content per se. I think it's good that he brought it back a little bit and didn't get as deep, because, you know, what about people that have language barriers? How can they enjoy such depthy music in English if it's just that way? Like, you got to simplify it just a little bit so that everyone in the world can kind of grab their own little meaning from it. And I think it was good he simplified that record and didn't go too crazy with it. And I think the cool thing is with a song like that, or with like pop records, it draws people back to all of his content that he released earlier. So if he's not as deep on that one record, what it acts as, it's like a hook for people to go and find his other work. So they'll get into his deeper catalog, you know what I mean? and he'll actually introduce his deeper music to a lot more people because of that one record. So I think it's a gift and a curse, man. And you know, I don't think he did it on purpose. I think, again, it's like one of those things that just happens. You just got to keep making music. You know, he has songs like "Shall We Dance" or whatever that song is called, where he's fucking howling at the moon like a wolf and wearing a glittery one-piece onesie. Like that song didn't blow up, but he's got stuff like that, and so it's true to his character. He likes to have fun, you know, as well as being a deep artist, and I think it's perfect that that song blew up.
That's cool. All right. Do you have any thoughts on the XXL list this year?
Not really.
Yeah.
You know, I think that the XXL list is really rigged. If we were being honest here, it's just a lot of, you know, it's a lot of networking. It's a lot of, you know, whose manager knows who and whose publicist knows who. So, I mean, it's cool that those dudes get the, you know, the shine they deserve. I think Logic definitely deserved it. He's somebody that worked really hard to get to that position. You know, I think Schoolboy Q was a good look. I want to say Joey Badass is a good look. I'm not too familiar with his catalog, but you know, that's somebody that kind of blew up recently. Who else was on there? Dizzy Wright, I think, was a great pick to be on there. And you know, the rest of the guys, I think, you know, if you work hard, you deserve it. You know, and I'm not going to take away credit from anybody else. But at the same time, I think the genre of hip hop is a lot more broad than just 15 artists. So it's hard to kind of pick, you know, a top 15. You know, when there's, you know, so many artists out there that I think could equally contend with any one of those dudes on that list. But you know what? They're the ones that got chosen for that, and you know, much congratulations to them. And you know, they didn't pick Drake his year, and he's, you know, 10 times more successful than, you know, the kids that got covered for that, that got selected for that cover. So it just goes to show you that it doesn't mean everything, but at the same time, it's a great look for those guys.
All right. I heard you're working on a new mixtape, tentatively being released this summer. Do you have any details on that?
Just working, man. I won't put it out until it's like perfect. So, you know, I'm just working really hard to get it to sound, you know, 100%. And once it's 100%, I'll definitely start releasing more details for that.
Awesome. What else can we expect from you this year?
Just more music videos, more creativity with the music, and just a big year, man. More touring.
That's right. That's what I was wondering.
I'm definitely gonna get out on the road. I've been perfecting my set, and really working with some good people to kind of get into more cities and build out my touring career. So more touring, more videos, more music, more of the same, man. You know, but at the same time, just some new stuff as well. So should be dope.
Anything you'd like to leave our viewers with or visitors with?
Just a huge thanks to anybody that supports me, and to anybody just discovering the music. You know, just keep an open mind, listen to the music, and hopefully they enjoy it, man. You know, this is just all honesty, all honest music, and there's really no gimmicks about it. So, you know, it is what it is.
Awesome. All right. You can say no to this if you want to. Would you mind spitting something quick?
Right now, off the top, I feel like I would give away some material.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to keep that stuff sacred for a little bit.
All right, that's cool.
But definitely on the follow-up, I got you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man. Well, again, thank you for taking the time to interview with us.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, we really appreciate it. Good luck this year. Hopefully we can keep in touch.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. Take care, all right?
All right, man. You too.
Peace.
Laughing one day, ain't nobody else rapping this way. Don't nobody see my view, but I don't care, so that's okay. Hand to hand, oh yes, I pray, no ambulance take me away. I've been bad with before Eminem and Jay-Z laying hands on Renegade. I'm just being honest, what? No Lambo, no doors go up. Just me and my niggas on the corner with a little bit of liquor pour in our cup. Ha, we reaching game, we might not reach the fame, but we got stories, so I'm saying, could someone please explain?